Well, okay, Schumann, you have a wonderful product. I've never seen anything like this in my life. It looks like it's going to be a savior for every family in the country and probably the world, I guess. And you invented this light that when the electricity goes out, it stays on, and you can still turn it on and off by the light switch. Man, it's all magic to me. I don't know how you did it, but it's
No,
really a
yeah, that's
savior
what
for.
we say sometimes. It seems like magic, but actually it's all technology.
Ah, same thing.
Yes.
But it's really a delightful product, very useful, a consumer product that everyone's going to need. I mean, I know now, I mean, I live in Washington, D.C., and we lose power like three, four times a year now. And for a few hours or whatever it is, fumbling around the dark, my flashlights, the batteries don't work anymore when I need it. This is a savior. What made you do this?
It's a similar situation like you just described, the power outage.
Uh-huh.
And I was also during a power outage in a meeting, and now what do we do? It's dark in the conference room, and suddenly the idea came to mind. What if the light bulb still works during this power outage and you can control it from the same switch? So that was the genesis. But Matthew, in our company and in the my history for last 10 years, the product we create or we develop, our theme is peace of mind.
Ah,
So we look at a product or an area where problem has never been solved or a mediocre problem exists, and then we think first why it's not been done. And
mm.
if it's a really hard problem, then we start looking into if we can do it, then it's a pretty good.
But it seems like such a simple thing. Why didn't somebody do this before? You know, it seems like we work on these problems on a macro level instead of a micro level, like the family.
Yes, there are many reasons. First of all, definitely it is a or it was a hard problem to solve. But we can put man on the moon. So those are the real hard problem to solve. Uh, it's a combination of technology and timing.
Mhm.
People could have solved it, but you need such a big battery to power a incandescent light bulb.
I
So with
see.
LED technology, it takes a very small amount. It's 90% efficient. It means a small battery can provide the same lumen.
Is
So
that because it's recharging all the time and doesn't have to worry, or what?
yet it also when power comes back and the battery is used, it recharges
I
itself.
see.
But just LED is very efficient, and so you need a small size battery which you can put inside a light bulb.
And the light bulb really lasts for like 20 years or more, right?
Yes, it's a traditional LED light bulb, so it will last 20 years, no
But
doubt in
do
it.
you see this like it be in every light bulb or just like a few around the house, or how would people use this?
Yeah, in the beginning, I see people will use a few light bulbs in their house. The critical area, like in hallway and the bathroom, elderly people will have their nightstand in a kitchen. So those are the outdoor, it's a porch light. But once you experience the benefit of it, and if you live in a little bit power outage sensitive area, you'll replace a lot of them. Because theoretically, if you replace all your light bulb, you'll never see a power outage. You'll never experience a power outage, and your behavior doesn't change. So
Now,
it's
if you could make that for my coffee machine, then I'd be set.
yes. So yeah, we are thinking of a few more things, but right now the focus is
Oh, but
make
light
the light.
is the most important. I mean, it's so annoying. And you drive down the street. I'm thinking when the power lights are out in my neighborhood, we go somewhere else and we'll drive down the street to see if there's any lights, if we can go back home. And now I'll be the guy who with the lights on and the only guy on the street with lights in their house.
Yeah, you're gonna make your neighbor jealous.
And I mean, it's not like you're charging hundreds of dollars either. I mean, it's just a little consumer product that anybody could buy.
Yeah, that's true, and that's all economies of scale. The manufacturing is a
Uh,
mass, it's a consumer product, so even the development cost or initial prototype is pretty high. But
right.
once you start manufacturing, it will start competing with traditional LED light bulb.
But it's really smart for people to go on your crowdfunding site right now to get it. They'll probably get it cheaper now than when you go in full production and it's in the stores, right?
Yes, I don't know how much cheaper it would be, but definitely sooner you get it, better
Right.
it is. So it's the Kickstarter. You are in line, and the first production comes out, you will get it,
Right.
and it for us just it helps validate our concept.
Right.
That's the most
Well, I mean,
important
that's
thing.
I think the most important thing to encourage you to make sure this is happening because it's something that we all need. It's a wonderful idea. I mean, just think of how many batteries. I mean, I buy so many bloody batteries now, and they're dreadful. And a lot of it is just in case my lights go out because then I don't want to fool around. I'm an old guy now and fumbling around and stubbing a toe or breaking a hip or whatever.
Yeah, that was the real thought behind the product and the design. How we can make it simple enough
Uh-huh.
people does not have to change their
Don't have to
behavior.
worry.
Just replace our light bulb with existing, and everything works the same. You have power or you don't have power. So it's a
Well,
really safety device.
when the power goes out, I could get up in the middle of the night, just turn on the light switch, and it'll go on.
Sure, sure. Yep. It's
Well, there to you, Pepco.
it's not a substitution of an electric utility, or
Right.
definitely it provides a lot of convenience,
Yeah.
peace of mind. When the real critical time, the power goes out in the evening, you're having dinner. Now what do? We go and look
Right.
for flashlight, candle. Here, you don't notice it. Your light is there, and you finish whatever you want to do, and then just turn it off and go to bed.
Right. Well, besides saving money, to me, it's more importantly and convenience. It's a safety factor. I mean, this is, the most important thing. I mean, too many things happen in the dark that, you can't plan for besides not being able to read or whatever. But it's still the safety issue, getting back and forth to the bathroom or whatever it is,
See,
checking
I
on
was
the
talking
dog.
to somebody, brought the safety issue. The most of the elderly accident in during power outage happens due to falling. People
Yeah,
fall
right.
because they
Wow.
start looking for flashlight or candle in the
Uh-huh.
dark they don't see, and they just fall. So it's definitely a big safety device.
So we were doing this interview around Christmas time, so this would be a heck of a Christmas present for Grandma and Grandpa, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have to, because it's a no-brainer. You don't have to think. You don't have to know anything about technology or anything. You just screw in the light bulb like anything else.
As simple as one, two, three. Just take your old light bulb out and put a new one in. That's all you have to do.
Well, you're a delight, Schumann. Thank you so much for doing this. And the best way to meet me all the time, you'll be at smartchargelight.com, right? And we
Yes.
can get some Kickstarters from there too, right?
Yep.
We
So
will.
that's it. That will take you to the Kickstarter. Look at it and provide me feedback. If you have questions, just ask us, and love
Wonderful.
to hear from you.
Well, you're a delight, and thank you for coming here and showing us how to be inventive and solve real problems for real people.
Sure. Thank you for having
Take
us.
care. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.